All right, welcome everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Carbon Corner. Let me shut the music off. There we go.
Let's go.
Anyways, as you can see, we do not have the illustrious Snow with us tonight. He is on the road. I'm sure he's probably monitoring in to make sure that we do good. But I am a rebel, and to my, I believe, I don't know, to my left, to my right.
To your right.
To my left, to my right, is our new co-host, a Mandini Weenie.
Goody.
And the lovely Princess Jen is to her right. My cameras are turned around, so.
Yeah, she's to my right. She's on my left on my screen.
Yeah. And then let's see, below us is Creativity, and then below Weenie is Torment, and then below me is, oh my god, I'm gonna screw this up. Kamani. Oh my god. I told you I'm the worst with names. I guess I've totally usually I come in and say, hey, pronounce your name for me so I don't mess it up. And I still usually end up messing it up, but
it's okay.
Anyways.
Learning experience.
What's up, Iris? Welcome in. But tonight we are going to be doing, this is episode 5. We're already on episode 5 of the new revamped version of Carbon Corner. So I'm kind of stoked about this. Tonight we're going to be talking about something that I like, a game that I like to play. I'm trash at it, but you know, I still like to play it.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, I enjoy playing it. I am not a comp player, and that's usually when we get into lobbies, that's the first thing I say to randoms. I am not a competitive player. I play for fun, so if that's it, sometimes they stick around. Most of the time they leave. But anyways, tonight we were talking to the competitive COD team for Carbon Gaming Group, which is the overall umbrella to everything that you're seeing. If you guys have not joined the Carbon Discord, there is a pinned link at the top. I figured out how to pin links. There is a pinned link at the top of the chat if you want to join the Discord. Discard.
No. Don't discard our Discord.
Yeah. We're over 1,000 members and growing daily.
Woohoo!
So it's an interesting thing. We do a lot of different things in there. So be sure to go check us out. Come in, say hi. And also, the commands aren't still working for some reason.
I got you. There's the Discord link.
Yeah. But we also are sponsored by, get this, we are sponsored by the one and only sauce company for gamers, Kindred Nation Hot Sauce.
Yes. Woohoo.
And if you go to the link, if it would pop up.
Kindred Nation.
Yeah.
I got you. Hold up.
I tested all these before, and they started working, and now they're not working. So Stream Elements do better.
I got you.
But anyways, go there. The Carbon Gaming Group has their own specialized hot sauce, cowboy sauce. It's a barbecue sauce with a little bit of bite and twang to it. So make sure you guys go check that out. Get some.
It's delicious, guys. Absolutely delicious.
And there's also, they have introduced a new killer sauce is what I call it. The DOA. Make sure you guys go check that out. Me and Snow did kind of a taste test thing on the stream last week. And the first time he did it, he cried like a little baby. And I cried after we shut down the stream. So
y'all weak. Give me that DOA. I got you. I'll do it.
I had to sit there and show that I could take my stuff better. So I waited till after stream and cried.
No regrets.
No regrets. But anyways, okay, enough with the promos, enough with the introductions and everything else. Let's get on with the show. Why don't we start with the COD manager, Creativity. Why don't you kind of tell us who you are, how you got into COD, and what you have planned for your team?
Okay, my name is Creativity TV. I am the Call of Duty manager. Yes, they say I'm the Call of Duty manager. And so for a little bit about me, first time I got into Call of Duty was, I want to say about middle school, time frame for me. And a lot of my friends at the time, were very, very good at Call of Duty, and I didn't really have a system at the time growing up. So just playing with my friends and being able to play with them, I literally wanted to get better at Call of Duty. So one day when I got my system, that was what I started doing. I think I was like 11th grade in high school, and once I got my own system, I just played until literally I taught myself how to get better, looking at little certain things, and that's just a small story about me. I wanted to actually get better, so every day I practiced, I played, I made sure I looked at certain things that I just didn't see the first time I played the game, and I made changes to the point where it finally got me to this point of being able to lead a Call of Duty team. And so with this, I want to actually make it to the point where we become so much successful that it's not just success from, coming together. It's also success from actually putting in the hard work and the effort and the time that it takes. All these four people right here that are on the team, Princess Jen, Torment, Kamani, and Magnet, they do excellent work off the camera. Like there's a lot of times where they do things, they do hard work, they practice, they're always looking at their own gameplay, small little decisions that they probably did in a certain game. They're always correcting each other, but they're always communicating. And I want to appreciate them for doing this because not many teams take the time to actually, instead of just like learning from each other, they actually take the time to actually benefit from each other and actually understand where they make mistakes with each other to become a better team. And a lot of people, they try to take that overboard and get a little upset, but sometimes it's just taking a moment to realize that, hey, we have something that we're good at, but there could be something that we're better at, and maybe we should try a different approach. And this is the different approach we should try. And instead of them just, bickering back and forth to one another, they actually take the time to listen and say, let's test it out in practice, and they come up with their results. And I want to thank them for that.
Yeah, and team chemistry is really, really important, especially when it comes to comp, because if you don't have good communication, how are you supposed to win these matches and whatnot, you know? So that's really, really important.
Yeah, having great team chemistry is the best thing that you want to have, because without team chemistry, the team isn't there. I mean, like I mean, of course you can play, but at the same time, if you don't have the chemistry, you can't benefit or learn, you can't teach, you can't do anything because everybody's so upset and everybody's stuck in their ways versus when everybody's willing to learn and take a new route, you'll get somewhere.
See, and I think it's that ruins a bunch of teams is just like you said, they're stuck in their own ways. They come in with a new team. They come from another team that did it a different way, and they come in to a new team that does it a way that has been proven to work, and then they want to try to either one, don't listen, or they just kind of go off the rails and go rogue. So yeah, that destroys teams. You see that a lot in like the Apex community here in the last few seasons.
Oh yeah.
So but
it's in different in different competitive scenes, it's all I can say is it's different at different times because you may, like you said, Robodog, you may play with one team a certain way and you guys may have a good understanding, but then you also get the next year where you get a whole different team and you just have to understand that not everybody is the same way from the other person, you know what I mean? So you have to take into consideration that we have to learn, even with somebody new, experienced, fresh to the game, you always have to be able to teach and learn and take criticism at the same time to have that good chemistry. And like I say to my team always too, a leader doesn't always have to lead sometimes. A leader has to learn when they can step down and say, you know what, I'm going to listen and I'm going to accept the knowledge that I'm gaining so that way we can become a better team. But when it is time for the leader to step up, they do step up. But at the same time, you don't have to always lead in certain situations.
Yeah, you don't have to always sit there and hover and because I think that's what destroys a lot of teams too, is the leadership sits there and hovers over everybody else, and every little thing they do wrong. I mean, you just see it just in everyday life too. You just see it, in businesses, the management hovers over it, and I think it just makes bad morale. So having
there has to be a balance.
Yeah, having the freedom to experiment with the way, and then if it's not working, then you come in as a leadership and say, hey, no, let's do it this way and see if this works, and then if not, we can we can go a different route or something. So
mutual balance is always the key. Mutual balance.
So Mr. Torment, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Torment. So as you guys know, those of you that have been following Carbon for a while, I originally started out with Apex content creation. And then I took over managing Call of Duty. And me and Craig got it up and running, and I realized that I hadn't returned to I've been playing casually for a while. But I hadn't returned to Call of Duty in such a long time, and Princess Jen was riding my ass about it. I'm not even gonna lie. She says, "Look," she says, "how are you gonna do this and you don't even play it?" So I was like, you know what? I didn't like Vanguard. I'm gonna hop back on, and I'm gonna show you what I got, because I actually have played every single Call of Duty since the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I competed back in the original Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops 2, so that's like 2009 to 2013, I believe.
I think that's important. I was just going to say, just based, what you were just saying about that, I think it's important when you're, especially stepping into the comp scene, in order to manage a team of a specific game, you kind of have to know about what they're playing in order to coach and to help guide your team where they need to be. So that is actually really important.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying is I've literally played every single one. I was playing up until Cold War. The only one I wasn't playing, and it's because I played the beta and I did not like Vanguard's beta at all.
Yeah.
But I had access to the game, so I downloaded it. We started playing. Slowly, the team you see before you today came together. And while I'm the assistant now, I am actually also one of the players. I am the flex SMG player or objective.
Okay.
We've got Princess Jen on Flex AR. That means she basically can do anything an SMG does, but she holds an AR, so if we need lanes held, she can do that. Kimani is our little... She's going to hate me for saying this, but she's our little demon on the SMG. She's
well, but continue.
Listen, everybody needs a little demon on their team. Everybody needs one.
She's the Slayer. Her entire thing is to get the point and kill everything around it.
Nice. See, that would be me. That's one of the things I've always wanted is like, what would I play in comp? I would have to be a demon because I don't care. I used to be the ones that hid in the corner. It's like, okay, wait for him to come around. Now it's like, I don't care. Just balls the wall out there in the middle of everything.
See, and then we got Magnet, who's our main AR. So main AR is mainly going to be the one that tries to go for like Overwatch and protect us, watch their spawns, and hold the points when we have to move. Basically, what my position is it means that I'm in charge of setting up the rotation on like the hard point maps.
Okay.
So we're the first one on the next point. Kamani comes with me, then Jen, and then Magnet. I'm also the four of us. All of us are kind of quiet in game. So seeing as I used to IGL and Apex, I kind of took that role.
Oh, okay.
But for the most part, all of us we're all equal. There's no one that's above anyone. We all have equal communication. If someone needs to say something, we say it. At the end of our practices, we say, all right, we look at what we did and we're like, okay, we could have done this better. In fact, that actually did happen a few days ago when we realized that, Magnet and I have similar skill sets, but we realized that he'd actually benefit from being on the AR side, whereas I'd benefit from being on the SMG side.
Right.
So,
nice.
But I came back officially probably about a month ago to competitive because I just setting up this team, I got that itch again. And we are pushing for challengers in December if everything goes well.
Nice.
Yeah, because that kicks off December 2nd or something like that.
December 2nd is the qualifiers. December 16th is the first one.
Okay. So do you guys think you're in a spot to where, or are you still needing some work?
I think if we keep the practices going like we are right now, we're doing twice a week, but with the start of Modern Warfare, I'd like to try and push a little bit more because we're definitely gonna have to push a little harder. I think we definitely can get there or at least get pretty close.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm curious, what does a practice look like for you guys?
So a practice is usually we have them Tuesdays and Thursdays. We come together at 7:30 Central, and we practice a minimum of 2 to 3 hours. Right now, with Vanguard being the way it is, we just go into ranked and we play it as if it's a competitive tournament to the best of our ability. Play like we would in any tournament to practice, communications, see where people need some assistance, that we can look at it as a team and improve on what we need to.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
There's been a few times there was at least once already that we actually found another team on Discord and practiced against them in a friendly competition.
Oh,
Best of
cool.
7.
Yeah, because you can't find very many people to scrim with, can you?
You've got to look for them. You got to
Yeah.
look for them mainly through like Discord and stuff.
Unfortunately, that didn't go so well. If I remember,
Oh
No.
they
I'm
were
not gonna go into
cheating.
detail. Yeah,
Oh,
she
really?
said it. I was like, I don't want to go into detail on the podcast, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, they were wall hacking.
Yeah. We'll stay out of the way. We'll stay out of the way of accusations. I mean, because did you see that big lawsuit going on now with one of the developers? I think it was. They're suing Ninja and all them, and for the cheating incident.
I mean, they can sue me if I'm as big as Ninja.
Come at me.
But that was our first attempt. But we're actively looking for other friendly competitions while we're preparing for our actual tournaments in competitive side this season.
Well, there you go.
I will say,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I will say one thing that in general is gonna be hard, but this is a topic that the whole community of Call of Duty is looking at as a whole, and that is that the Call of Duty season is starting earlier than what they're used to. So
okay.
In general, the whole Call of Duty community is looking at that this comp scene is gonna be very stressful only because it's going to be so early. And usually when I say early is that the teams usually get about maybe a month to about 2 maybe to get used to the game, familiar with a little bit of things, and just kind of have time to play. Yeah, use about 2 to 3 months just to kind of play the game, have fun, enjoy themselves, and come together with their practices and do their community events and things like that. So with the whole season starting earlier,
we
it
have
makes
a
it
month and 3 days after release to qualify.
Yeah,
So
and so that's the full change about this Modern Warfare 2 in a nutshell, is that it's just coming a lot faster. So with the game literally coming out next Friday, it's going to be immediate preparation as soon as the game touches down.
Oh yeah.
There's not really an ounce of breath to say I'm playing just to have fun, because within the days counting down, you're going to be playing competitive within very, very soon. And it's not just, like I said, it's not just them. The whole community, everybody is going to be wanting to play this, especially with Warzone 2 also coming out as well. So with this, it's the comp scene is going to be really, really, really different when it first starts off. I'll say that, versus how it's going to look when it ends.
That's definitely a hard thing, just for the simple fact that, like, obviously in the past you've had that extra time, because it started in late January, early February for the first tournament. The first tournament's in December. We have a month and a few days. It usually ranked, everything comes out a little bit later. That's when you're able to see what's getting gentleman agreemented, or what the pros are equally deciding should not be in comp. You have an idea as to what weapons, what perks, what attachments, everything that you're going to be able to use. You have an idea as to what maps you're going to be on. This one, if we're definitely going to have everything just thrown at us immediately, so there's no time to adjust. What I'm personally doing right now, I don't know if you guys saw, but I did a full stream 7 hours yesterday of the entire campaign on hard.
I saw some of it, yeah.
I popped it back on today, and I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, which has no heads-up display or anything, because they actually upgraded the AIs to play a little bit more like humans. Like, if you're shooting at them, they're not just going to stand there, or they're not going to like just get cover right there. They're actually going to move around and try and get behind you. Just to try and find any kind of lanes, because obviously in the campaign, most of these maps, there's going to be parts of it that are going to be actual maps in the game. I'm trying to find any lanes I can to figure out exactly, how to best take advantage of it.
So does that mean you guys are going to step up your practices a little bit more if it's time wise available?
Available to everyone's, pending everyone's availability. I'd like to do at least 3, at least.
And then generally we play every day.
Yeah, a few of us play every day regardless.
Okay.
And all of us are always working on our individual skills. So.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on a little bit, and then we'll get back to some other hard pressing questions. But we'll get on to Kamani. The demon. Sorry, I have to. I like that. I like that term. The demon. Come on.
She's a demon angel. She's a demon angel.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm Kamani. This is gonna be my first competitive because I'm new to all this, so it's kind of exciting.
Cool.
I first started playing during COVID because, like, what else am I gonna do? And so, like, I met all my online friends through that, and they got me into Call of Duty, and I started playing, and I'm getting better at it. I'm good at it, but yeah, I'm excited.
What was it about, COD and just all of the comp scene that sparked your interest in doing comp?
So I have played Call of Duty. My dad used to always play, and my dad would actually get in trouble because my mom would come home and see me sitting on the couch watching him play. And so, like, I've been around Call of Duty, but this is like during COVID, like, I'm at home on my screen meeting online friends, and I'd always play COD, so that piqued my interest, and they actually introduced me to the Call of Duty professionals, and like, it's crazy, but you don't realize how much tactics goes into it. And I just like they're explaining everything to me as far as timing and planning out what routes to take. I was like, I didn't realize how deep this gets, and it piqued my interest. So that's when I really started getting into it.
Right. That's awesome. I can relate to that with my daughter because she watches me play Apex. And she's a little Apexer now, so.
But no, that's cool. No, that is pretty cool that you found the passion into doing this. I mean, and also that you get to, so basically fresh into it. It kind of benefits the team because in that way you can mold with the team and learn their mannerisms and how they play and everything else. So that's pretty cool being an up and comer.
So mentioning on that, Rebel, actually, he's not in here right now, but Magnet is also brand new to the comp scene.
Okay, cool.
So both of them are doing very well for just starting out.
That's awesome. Now, working with people who are just starting out in the comp scene, how do you guide them in this journey? Because comp is not just a basic thing that you step into.
Honestly, I realize that the best way to guide them is not to necessarily show them what to do, but to help them best figure out what their role on the team is, so that they can grow in that aspect.
Yeah, so
like,
they can hone in on their skills.
As much as I can handle being an SMG player, I originally was an AR. I used AR sniper. I was basically Jen's role originally, but I realized that it would benefit the team to be more in the opponent's face and on the point.
Right.
So I can kind of guide anyone on any of the roles. I've done it all. But I know more on the AR side. So if I for Kamani, for instance, if she needed help, I'm going to be honest, I would send her to Cray. Because Cray has actually done a little bit. And when he was a slaying SMG himself.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
yeah, so it's finding what their skill set is and then building off of it.
Like Magnet in the chat just said, Torment is my arch rival when it comes to the game. And that's because
I love that.
Realistically speaking, it's kind of strange. It's unique to we're a unique team. Usually everyone has their role they fit into, but Call of Duty isn't Apex. You don't have 3 defined roles.
Yep.
And I've mentioned this multiple times to everyone. Every single role is actually playing 5, 6, 7 roles. They just don't name them. So like you got your objective SMG. If you just read that, you think, oh, he sits on the point. That's it. That's not it, depending on how the player itself is. Like I said, I'm a route man. I clear the point, I get on it, but I'm also the first one off of it to set up the next one.
Okay. Yep.
I've got all these questions going through my head right now.
Feel free to ask us. But basically, the reason I mentioned that is because me, Jen, and Magnet all pretty much play the same role, but we have our individual roles that we've split apart to figure out which one everyone benefits in more, being in that specific spot.
Well, that's good. All right, let's jump over to Princess Jen. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do for the team? And how did you get into comp?
Can I just say that I'm just like Jen's biggest fan? Like I always have been. I was like so excited when she first joined. I was like, oh, I love this human so much.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I started playing Call of Duty in 2008, 2009, when first Modern Warfare came out. So I would have been, 17-ish or so. And I played casually all the way through Black Ops 2, so about 2012. And school and life took over, and I kind of forgot that Call of Duty existed. And then when COVID hit, a friend wanted me to play Warzone with them, and I was just like, oh, cool, Call of Duty, I remember this game. So I started playing Warzone, and then I got the actual game, the multiplayer game, Modern Warfare. Played that literally all day, every day. As soon as I came home from work, it was all I did. And then when Black Ops Cold War came out, I started following things competitively. And that's when I started playing the ranked system exclusively. I watched literally every game, all the practices, the streams, everything. So I got really into it. And this is, I guess, technically my second year, but we'll just call it my first year. But I have a lot of big hopes for this team.
Yeah.
And like Torment has mentioned, us finding our roles and such. And when I spend hours a week talking about strategy and our roles on the team, like he said that his job is to get on the point, clear it out, and then get off. Well, my job is to come right after that and get onto the point and then hold the lanes.
Yeah.
So even though I'm an AR player, I generally have the most hill time of all of us. So that's kind of how that goes. And then like Magnet is gonna watch us, pick off anybody that might try to flank us. And Kamani is just gonna be able to take advantage of every situation available to her. So
she's gonna go in and she's gonna start slaying.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah, I know she doesn't like being called a demon, but that's a good.
No, it's not a bad thing. And when it comes to comp, it's really not, because sometimes somebody has to put that aggressive energy out there. Somebody has to. So
I mean, she's our version of Scump. Put it that way.
Oh, nice. That's a good compliment.
I just don't have red hair.
Not yet.
That can be changed.
I'll dye
know
it.
me and Mandy both
There
used
is
to
this
do,
thing called hair
hairstylist,
dye.
right?
Yep.
We can dye it for you.
Yep, I got you.
I was thinking about it. It might be a fit.
So
got
we
you.
can
Pull
sit there
up.
and say the first round or the first round you win, you have to dye your hair red.
Oh,
She's like,
Or we can do
I
it
like
this
the
way.
sound of that idea.
Yeah.
Make it a little
Yeah.
make it a little in-team competition there.
Yep.
I'll
I
have
love
to. I'll have to pay for it.
Maggie's like, do it.
Girl, just pull up. I got you. I got you. I used to color my hair all the time. It's just the bleach that kills it. Gotta know how to use the bleach.
But no, it sounds like you guys got a pretty strong team dynamics put together, and so I'm gonna be really interested. I'm gonna be watching as much as I possibly can, because like I said, I'm just now slowly getting into it. I'm like Jen. I haven't watched it religiously like she did, but I do watch a lot of the, like when I'm in here working and stuff like that. I'll pull it up and watch it when it's on screen, or if it's some of the reruns that are coming up. But I do find it interesting, and I am stoked to learn about it, because like I said, COD is my game. So I mean, I'll play Apex, but COD is always going to be my love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one thing about Call of Duty is that like you guys say, like if you guys turn it on, you look at it from a multiplayer perspective. Of course, there can always be one guy dropping crazy kill streaks, going for 100 kills. But when you actually pay attention and look at 4 people playing together, because multiplayer is a 6v6 game. Comp it switched between 5 and 4, but mainly it's been 4v4. And so with that, you have to realize that there's more space on the map, but with more space on the map, there's there's situations and areas where you can mess up because you have more space. And that these other teams, because it's 4 of them, they can also play one part of the map. And that's the greatest thing about Call of Duty is that these players know how to play a map off of parts of the map. You know what I mean? Like you might have the middle, you might have the top left, you might have the top right, you might have all these sections. And instead of in multiplayer, everybody's playing everywhere. In Call of Duty, the whole team can go one side. And so the other team might go the whole other side of the map, and then they realize too late, oh snap, we've just messed up. They're actually right behind us. And then that team comes in and wipes them. And that just those small decision making in Call of Duty is a big thing. And so with that, it's a lot of preparation, a lot of learning, because like I said, and just like what Torment said, you can have one person that's a great SMG player, and then you find somebody who's a great AR player. Just because they're they're great at 2 different things. They have to learn how to work with each other to be great. You see what I'm saying? On a team. And so on a team basis, I can be a great SMG. Another buddy of mine could be a great AR. But like I said, but if we don't know how to communicate and work with each other, we can never be a great team. No matter how good our skill is, we can just never work. And so with that, like I said, it takes a lot of preparation. It takes a lot of time to say, hey, you watch me. That's pretty much what Call of Duty is about with the ARs and the SMGs. So like Torment said, it's a lot more complicated than that when you break it down. But if you want to simplify it, it's hey, I'm the Slayer. Kamani's the Slayer. You guys watch me. When I die, I'm gonna let you guys know where they are. You know what I mean? And you guys are pretty much set and well prepared to already be, watching that area. So that's, just to simplify it in simple more terms. That's pretty much the agenda. And so it has its fun moments because you will see teams come up with a plan that they never practice. And that's the greatest thing about comp. Teams can come up with the situation right as they're happening and come up with an entire plan, and when it works, it's man, it's magic.
Yeah, like I said, you see, if you watch them, you can see teams that are struggling, especially ones that you can tell the ones that don't practice as hard as ones think you probably should be practicing. Like I said, you guys got like a short window this time, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how people are doing with just such a short window, because like you said, they've always had this time to prep and everything else, and now they really do not have a lot of time to prep for it.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting.
And that time frame is so much key, because if you really think about it, when you do have 3 months to prepare for a tournament, you just have time to just have fun. Everybody wants to have fun, and when you're having fun, you realize a lot of things about the game that you wouldn't realize if you were just taking it straight seriously. Because there's some points that you might watch somebody else play, and you're like, oh, I never seen that right there. As many times as I played this game for the past 2 months, this 3rd month, this guy has showed me something new. That's not even a glitch. It's not a hack. It's not anything. It's just a different spot that nobody's ever did. Now I can use that to my advantage and use it in the comp scene. And when you do certain things like that, it's crazy. But like I said, without the preparation and being able to do that, all I'm saying is, in general, watching Call of Duty this year, you're gonna see people get shocked about positions that they never thought about early versus than any other year. Than any other year, everybody's usually prepared, but this time it's really gonna be whoever prepares the most, the best, the hardest, and really takes the time to practice, because not everybody, just like I said, has that time to go have fun. It's it's straight to it. So this one's gonna be tricky, but it's gonna be a fun year.
So what? Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, something funny that actually happened the other day was I don't know if you guys are aware, but they had the TST tournament. They went back to Black Ops 2 for a paid tournament.
Really?
Watching competitive back in Black Ops 2 when I was competing on a much, much smaller scale than what they were, it played so much differently than what they played the other day. There's this one map they were on. I mean, everybody knew you'd have a sniper on one window across the map, you'd have a sniper on the other window. They're going to open that window, and whoever shoots first wins. Now, the way competitive has evolved, no one's gonna peek a window. They're gonna peek the itty bittiest little pixel of a window, and they're gonna see in between 3 buildings into another building, and that's a headshot.
Yeah.
Call of Duty has essentially become, if you bring a sniper out, which doesn't happen admittedly often in comp anymore, but if you do, Call of Duty has become CS:GO in many ways. It's all about the slightest pixel advantage.
Wow.
You need the frame rate matters, and the position matters so much. And I think that is one thing that's going to help us, is that 3 of us are very good with ARs. All 3 of us that were deciding who would move to SMG are great with ARs. We can all deal with SMGs. I'm just the better one with the SMG. So all of us have that, what position can I see the most mindset, no matter where we're at.
See, I didn't even think of that. That would explain why I always get sniped and I don't know where it came from.
I mean, it could be any number of things, but yeah, that could be another.
It's like, okay, I don't see him, but boom, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Oh God, excuse
I'd
me.
really
Thank
recommend just watching the kill cams. Like, it teaches. That's where you learn a lot of these positionings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do have a question in terms of, we did talk a little bit about team chemistry. Obviously it's important, the communication, all that, in order for you guys to play through these matches successfully. What about the times where, because naturally when you're spending a lot of time with people, sometimes the chemistry just is off. Somebody could just be having a shitty day and it can make somebody pop off and have attitude. How do you guys deal with that as a team?
I'll let the others go first, and then I'll come out after.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go first.
I mean, so far we haven't experienced that. I mean, there's definitely days where we're tired because I am a full-time student. And we'll just be like, yeah, I'm tired. And then we'll just say, let's just grind for like a good hour and see where we're at after it. And then like when that hour comes, we're like, yeah, I'm feeling better. Let's just continue, because there's definitely days like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Jen, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd say we haven't really had a situation where we've, been at each other or anything. When I put together this team, I wanted to find people who could take a loss, even multiple losses,
right,
and still turn around and just go to the next play, so to speak.
Right.
And also be able to sit back and take criticism, and that includes myself. I'm supposed to be the team captain, but I absolutely enjoy hearing what my teammates say about me. And oftentimes, I will get called out that I'm not doing something I should be doing, and then next round, I do exactly what I was asked to do.
Right.
I didn't want there to be like massive type A personalities on the team, to disrupt the chemistry.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, like I said, just by listening to everybody talking here tonight, it seems like you are all one unit, one structure. So, like I said, I know most of you are coming in. Oh, Amnesia forgets the last. Yeah, Amnesia forget the last play. Let's get the next. Yeah, sorry, words are hard for me today.
Words are always hard for me.
Yeah.
What's English?
Yeah. What's it?
Right.
Yeah.
Braining is hard.
I try to think about it as like back when I was in high school. I used to play quarterback on the football team, and
cool.
you have to have the mindset that yes, I just threw an interception, and the team just scored, but I have to just keep my head down and call the plays, and make the throws. I can't be thinking about how I just screwed up royally, 10 minutes ago.
Right.
So that's kind of how I got that mentality.
Well,
that's really important.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's important in a team structure. And like I said, I've seen it in multiple teams, and you can tell it just by watching the teams themselves that there is something off on the chemistry, even if they might be doing good on the in the plays. But if you're, sometimes they switch to comms and you could just hear the frustration and the not wanting to get along in the conversations a lot of times. So I mean, I understand, just like creativity said, it's just like there's going to be times to where you got to stand up and say, hey, knock it off. We got to do it this way. Something's not working. And then, but yeah, I mean, I think that's the reason why when I first started watching comps, I think because they were really, there was a lot of toxic talk in there, but I guess I really didn't understand what was going on at the time. But
COD is a very
Right.
toxic game.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's toxicity regardless. But the way I see it is, me, Jen, me, Kamani, Magnet, and I, all of us have discussed this. There's a reason why that guy that you see in public lobbies pulling off 130 kills is not a competitive player. And it's because he's only in it for himself. He wants the clip. He doesn't want the win. Because if you look at the people that do that stats, 9 times out of 10, they didn't do what the objective was whatsoever.
Right.
No, exactly.
Bringing that up as to how we deal with, when we're not having a good day, because we haven't had a situation yet where we've gone at each other, and I don't think we will, because whether we're in practice or not, we constantly are checking in on each other. Because the way I see it, we are friends, we are teammates first. The game comes second. Like, at the end of the day, your health comes first. If you're not doing okay and you absolutely need to take the day off, we can do it tomorrow. That's not a big deal. If you need sleep because you're tired, get some sleep.
Right.
I don't think we're going to have an issue where we go at each other, for the simple fact that, honestly, kind of mentioned this before we went live, all of us are very introverted. So none of us exactly like confrontation. But when we actually get in the game, we all open up, and we all understand that if one of us is saying something, it's not meant in malice. It is entirely meant to see how we can improve.
See, and that's what I'm saying. I think as this team here, being able to shape it to the way you guys want it to be ran and stuff like that, and with the mindset that you already have in place, it's going to be really interesting and fun to watch you guys grow.
Yeah, definitely excited to see what happens with you guys, for sure.
And the one thing too that I just wanted to throw out there for the last thing is that the greatest thing about Call of Duty is that we have different game modes. It's not just an objective of, one game mode, play this, play that, win. No, it's different. It's spread across 3 different game modes. And going into the new one, we don't officially know the exact full game modes that they're
we
going to
know
be
Search
just yet.
will at least be there.
We do
Probably
today.
Search and Hardpoint. Did they release the third one?
Yeah, it's Control.
Ugh, we're doing that Vanguard style again.
With that being said, it's just like I said, not everybody is great at every single game mode. So that's what gets fun, is that with the team, you have to be able to take criticism, because in Hardpoint, you can be the Slayer and be killing everything, and the team seems like it's falling perfectly. And then you may play another team and you guys play Search and Destroy, and then you guys realize very quickly that you guys don't have the upper hand and that they do. And now you have to figure out how to play this adversity with, what I'm saying, not being as good in this category, but we still have to play against this other team who is more prepared in this category. And that is what, like I said, it's going to take its time with this new Call of Duty, but it's going to be fun. And it does have its times where it does get hard because of the different game modes and the different type of way it's played. But at the same time, it's well worth the practice. It's well worth playing with new people, because
Right.
you can teach them and they can also teach you with something that they probably seen that you just never seen. And so it's going to be a fun year. I really have high hopes for this team. I honestly think they're going to do well. I don't think there's going to be any moment where they're going to have a lot of slip ups, besides the fact that it's just going to be a whole new game itself and whole new maps itself, just learning that naturally. But as of their individual gun skill, with how they say, you know what, I think I'm better with this position, just in practice, we've been doing better with it. They've naturally made those decisions without me even having to say, hey, I think this is better. They naturally do it themselves. So I naturally think that we're not going to have too many problems. It's just going to come down to playtime and learning the game itself.
See,
Right.
and definitely the shorter time frame before comp is obviously a huge factor, but one thing that's also going to be a huge factor, and it's not getting enough credit yet, it will once it starts, because even the pros who have played years and years before are going to do well. I mean, regardless.
Yeah.
And I know we're gonna do well, but it's coming off of Vanguard, which is a very, very speedy, you know, slide, oh crap, where'd he go kind of game, to something where officially I played the campaign, slide canceling, that little bug that they had in the beta was replaced. You cannot slide cancel anymore. I tried the settings to get it back and it does not work. Well, maybe they're gonna find another glitch around it, but as of right now, I didn't find it, which means the movement is going to be very slow. The audio is very loud, which means sneaking around people is going to be a lot harder. So the entire core mechanics of how the game is going to play is going to be different now.
Right.
So yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest things, because the slide cancel has been in most of the recent ones here. So that's going to be like a total game, because I know it messed me up because I'm so used to slide canceling.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine. Yeah, it's going to really mess a lot of people up.
You got to go back to the old school bunny hopping from the originals.
Yep.
Yeah. We're getting close to wrapping up here, guys. I do have a question for all of you guys, you know, since you guys all play a crucial role, you know, on this team. What are your guys' goals? I mean, it's something important that you guys have, you know, that way you're able to, okay, bye. Something you have to work toward. It's important to have something to work toward.
Princess Jen says her computer just crashed.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Our role written back when you guys want to speak. Yeah, it's like I said, it's definitely important to have something to work toward, because you guys obviously want to keep growing as a team and become better over time and whatnot. And so, have you guys created some kind of list of goals or talked amongst yourselves?
I think our biggest is getting a ring.
Getting a win.
Getting a ring.
Oh, getting the ring. Yes.
I was gonna say our goals are kind of like split between like management and the players.
Right.
So in general, my goals as manager is to get them into as many possible leagues, as many possible tournaments that'll actually lead them to success. When I say success, like the big screen, actually being able to play. And even if an individual player, you know, if one gets a contract, the other one doesn't, well, then my main goal at that point would be to get the rest of them a contract. However it may be, to get them on the big screen. That is my main thing. But like I said, me and Torment, we talk a lot, and like I said, we split things. I let them deal with things at a player level, and then they let me deal with things at a manager level, so that way we're not stressed on all the same things. I can focus on this, that, and what needs to be said. If I usually tell them, if you guys hear from me, it's a bad thing. If you guys don't hear from me, that's a good thing, because that means you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. I can watch and look and see exactly what you guys are doing, and I have nothing to say. That means keep doing what you're doing, keep going hard, and keep grinding. But like I usually tell them, if you guys hear my voice, that means you guys are not doing what you're supposed to do. But for the most part, they don't hear me, so they're doing what they're supposed to do, and I appreciate it every single day.
That's awesome.
Magnus sits there and says his goal is to mainly grow with the team and grow in the game itself. So
that's
pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
So one thing I wanted to ask you guys before we bounced out of here is, do you all know who's like going to be starting competing? Is there a team that you think is going to be like a little bit harder than the others to, once you get up past that point? Is there a team that you fear meeting up, I guess I should say?
So the way it works, I mean, if we're in little tournaments, we don't exactly know who we're playing against.
Okay.
But even challengers, like the highest we might hit in challengers are the academy teams. We will not face the pros. Although, I mean, some of the academy teams they've got some great players on them. Feared? Nah.
Feared? Nah. All right.
I think
I love that.
Confidence, confidence wins all. If I sit here and I say, I'm scared of this team, then I'm gonna play bad in that game.
Yeah, mindset is definitely important when you're going into these competitions and whatnot.
See, ladies and gentlemen, it's a trick question of see if they were actually going to do it. So now y'all need to watch out, because they don't fear you. So
yeah. Do you guys have a competition lined up coming up soon that you guys are preparing for?
We don't have one just yet, except we are getting ready for we're getting ready to start taking on the ladder to get into the qualifiers, potentially for challengers.
Very cool.
The ladder should be going live, I'm assuming, based on the fact that qualifiers is on the 2nd, I'd assume it'll probably go live within the first 2 weeks of the game.
Okay.
And the only reason why I haven't fully found a full league and anything like that is because of the fact that Warzone is going to be, I think, shutting down their servers with the initial Warzone 2 coming up. And so the only tournaments that I found are for the games that are shutting down. And so the game that's upcoming, there isn't anything just yet. So I really have to kind of wait for the game to fully drop and then kind of see what I know Z League is gonna have to change their stuff because Warzone isn't gonna be there no more.
No.
So they're gonna have to change all of that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I've been looking at. It's gonna be changes. So I'm pretty much just waiting for the game to full-fledged release, so that way I can actually see what is out there. So that way I can get them into these spots.
The two things that we for sure are looking into, though, is obviously, like I said, challengers to try and, which is the stepping stone to get into the pro league, which I think would be fantastic if we can get there. It would get Carbon to a whole nother level if we could get there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But also, we will definitely be looking into game battles, which is also what challengers runs off of. They always have tournaments throughout the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
Well, I appreciate everybody taking the time out and coming in and telling us a little bit about yourself and telling the community about yourself we're going to be, make sure you, like I said, you guys have not joined the Discord yet. Make sure that if you're watching this later on, the Discord, I don't know if it stays pinned to the chat, but if not, there's plenty of links. But you can also, the Discord link will be in the description of this video. So join the Discord and stay in touch and stay up on to date with what is going on with the COD team, along with all the other teams that are preparing for all the up and coming challenges and tournaments that are coming up. So I'm really excited because, like I said, COD is my my game that I like to play, even though none of my friends like to play it. They've all uninstalled it. But
movie night afterwards.
Right. Yes, there is a movie night happening in the Carbon Discord, hosted by our very own Iris tonight. So make sure you guys do pop in the Discord, watch a horror movie, and hang out with us, get to know us.
Yeah, I think
and whatnot.
Watching the Black Phone, is that what it was?
Black Phone, yes.
I was gonna say like cell phone, black cell phone, some shit. I couldn't remember the name of it.
My Shining lost out, so I guess no, here comes Johnny.
Right.
So
guys, thanks so much. Yeah, like Rebel said, thank you guys so much for coming on and sharing with us everything that's going on, and we're really excited to see the future for the COD team. And we believe in you guys and support you guys 100%. And those who are watching tonight, make sure you guys pop in and show them some love. I'm assuming you guys might be streaming some of these tournaments and whatnot.
We will more than likely, at the very least, I will be. But with a lot of these tournaments, you're expected to, just with the way that the points are tallied up.
And all of their links, their channel links to their Twitch channel or YouTube channels, whatever they stream on, will be in the description.
Yes.
Sometime over the weekend when I get the video up and ready. So
yeah.
And then I'll also be being informative on information after like tournaments or anything that they're going to be in. I'll be letting everybody know.
Perfect.
As soon as we get it set up, the information will be there.
And then if you guys get a little bit of break in between or something like that, we'll bring you back on and see how you guys are faring out and seeing how you guys are doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep up with you guys.
I know a lot
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we're rooting for you, and we'll be watching you, and we'll be seeing you put on that ring here. So keeping the positive vibes going, getting that ring.
Right. Right. You guys are awesome.
All right. So
no, Mandy Rebel, y'all are awesome.
Well,
we love you, Wisconsin.
I'm just
right.
I just work here.
You just work here. Wait a minute, work? No.
What's that?
We're supposed to work. You didn't tell me. That's not in my contract.
How I do? Am I getting a paycheck? No.
But
you say you told me to speak into this microphone. I know.
But like I said,
awesome.
Later on, by the weekend, all the descriptions, all their links to their channels and everything else will be in there. The description or the link to the Discord. And make sure that you guys go check them out when they do stream and stuff like that. Follow them on their Twitch or YouTube's, whatever channel they prefer to stream on. And go show them some love and just sit there and root them on, because this is exciting stuff. Just by
Oh, yeah.
listening to just by listening to how they get along, this team's gonna go far. I just feel it. So
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Magnet, we love you. We absolutely love you.
sorry we didn't get to chat, but we'll get you guys on again. Hopefully everybody can get in
Yes.
here and show the bling. So
Yeah, I'm excited. We gotta see that ring. I want to see it.
Yeah, it'll be there.
It'll be there. That's right. Speaking into existence.
But we all have a good night. Make sure you guys go get your practice. Make sure you get your rest and your practice. And yeah,
Yes.
and because it sounds like you got a hard road to go with a short time to get there. So
You guys got this.
Yeah.
You guys got this.
Rebel, I'm gonna go ahead and send all of the Twitch links over after this, so you can have them.
sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, make sure you guys go follow it when the description comes up. Check it out. We'll get all in there. But I think we're gonna bounce for tonight. Make sure Discord. Click on the link above. Get in the Discord. Movie night tonight. The Black Phone, hosted by our very own Iris, and it's gonna be a spooky old time. But we'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned to the Twitter and everything else to find out exactly what we're going to be doing, because right now we're just kind of like on the fly with what we're doing until we get a format set. But I think we're getting there. It's getting a little bit more easier every week. So
yeah, thanks everybody also who has tuned in and watched us and showed support to us since we started doing this thing as well. We wouldn't be able to do this without all the support. So
yes, thank you so much for getting us to over 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Woohoo! Continue to share that.
Hopefully our next goal is at least 200 by the end of the year. So if you guys can hit those 200, Snow will wear a tutu. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like.
200 right now.
I'm kidding.
Let's go. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Share it on the socials. Carbon is where it's at.
I'm waiting for my DMs and Discord to start blowing up now. What? No, but we'll come up with a challenge for 200 subscribers. I think I think him in a tutu would look pretty cute, but
Hey, that's something that we all need to see.
Now I'm gonna have to wipe that image out of my mind. And but anyways, I thank you guys are all for the support. I thank you all for coming on, taking the time out of your busy day and schedule to do this. Princess Jen, Magnet, thank you for hanging out in the chat. Kamani, Torment, Creativity, I appreciate you guys all. And we'll see you guys in the circuit. I hope you guys do. Hope you guys have fun. Have a good rest of the weekend. So
yes, and good luck, guys. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck to y'all every day.
I appreciate that. I need all the luck I can possibly get.
Same.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this here is the Carbon Corner, brought to you by Carbon Gaming Group, Kindred Night Hot Sauce, and AGL. So make sure you guys go follow us and just show the love. Come and join. Like I said, we're 1,000 members strong and growing daily. So
yep,
let's go. But anyways, we're out. We'll see you guys next Friday. Peace.
Peace.